rain! Guys, it's freaking Faze rain!
I'm just saying, y'all say just stop.
And the after.
Over his bodyguard's hoodie.
You get away from me. Watch your kids. Go walk away.
He has been doing this for years. He swaggers around. He gets himself in trouble. He insults people, talking about how much money he has. And guess what? All that money he and his parents have scooped up could be gone in a heartbeat. Welcome back, viewers. Dave Epstein from the Post-Pollock firm here to talk to you. Today, we're going to go into a topic that you apparently love. It's YouTube prankers. But we're here to talk about one in particular. A guy named Jack Doherty. He was on the video that we last made. He is a highly successful YouTube pranker. Jack Doherty has been doing this since he was a child. We're going to look first at the legality of some of the pranks he's done as a kid. We'll talk about a case that has been brought against him, a lawsuit involving his security guard. And we'll look at some of the cases he can see in the future, not only with regard to his OnlyFans activities, but more importantly, overall, given the way he's conducting himself in these videos. We also have his parents involved in his pranking, and in ways that you will be blown away by. I mean, it's just, you can't believe how this is working, but apparently he's made millions. Let's start with the beginning. When Jack was 12, 13, whatever, and we'll look at a video where he was, we call it fake fighting in a mall. Here we go, folks.
Help! I just thought it was what we have to do is go to the Apple Store. We have to go to the Apple Store.
Okay, folks, we saw a little bit there. As far as the law goes, first of all, if he had gotten arrested at this age, it would have been a juvenile delinquency charge. That's what happens with all juvenile offenders, unless they try you as an adult, which they wouldn't for this. But he's in a store. He is disturbing the peace at the very least. You could say he's creating a public nuisance. And he's also poised to do some damage. Now, I've seen other videos of this young man. One where he goes into a paint store and starts spilling paint all over the place. Things get broken. I mean, all that can be considered vandalism, destruction of private property, you name it. And this kid's been doing this for years, and he gets more and more arrogant each year. Let me see if there's anything else here we want to see from this fake fight. Let's see.
No, look, I just put it back together.
No way.
Did you
get the stat? Did you get the smash?
Was that like actually? Yeah. Mom is gonna be so freaking pissed. Why are you retarded? Are you dumb?
Okay, what we can conclude from an early age is that while Jack, evidently this video got over 1 million views, and he figured out this platform and some of these social media platforms at YouTube and I think Kick, there are a couple, and he's smart at it, and he's also a Class A jerk. I mean, the kid is arrogant. He's calling his friend a retard. He's smashing the phone. The girl had to jump out of the way as the shards of it were flying up in the air towards her eyes. That could be considered creating a public nuisance. If it had hit her, it could actually be considered assault. So here he is at this age. Now, we're going to move forward a little bit and talk about how he got there and what the situation was like at home. And this video, when I saw it, I just couldn't believe it. And it's when I realized the interplay with his parents. And his parents, apparently, they don't just say, oh, okay, go do that. They participate. His mother, when he's 13, 14, is driving him to go conduct these pranks. So at one point, this kid went to the house of a guy named Faze who was apparently a big gamer. Do I know him? No. In fact, I had never heard of Jack Doherty until I started looking at these things, and I had no idea how big these are. But he goes to Faze. I don't know what the purpose is that he's going to go there. I don't know if he's going to prank him or whatever. And guess who drives him? Mommy, knowing what he's going to do. So let's see this video.
Oh my God. Oh, they have a doorbell. Oh my God, dude. How?
It's not good at home.
No, it's not good.
When I was your age.
They have to be home. I'm here. My mom's gonna be pissed. Holy crap, I really want them to come out.
His mom's going to be pissed because she's waiting in the car for him to finish his prank. Can you imagine?
I can shoot it with airsoft guns.
Huh? Yeah, we need them to come out. Yo, G Fuel Matt. No, he can't be making video. No, we're here. He's not making video. Yeah, Jack. Guys, the fuck, Jack, door's open. No, Jack.
They lock it up. Have you ever seen?
They parked themselves outside this guy's house. Now they're trying the door. The mother said, I think it's the mother asking, you think he's making a video? I mean, this rises almost to the level of stalking. It's just bizarre. And the mother is getting involved, and she could be complicit too. Again, it wouldn't be a big charge. I don't think anybody would go to jail. And he's a juvenile at that point, so he wouldn't. I doubt he'd even go to juvie, as they say, juvenile detention. But the whole thing is unnerving. Let's see if Rain shows up.
There's a sign here. Lock top door. Leave this one unlocked so fans think it's unlocked. And then they open it and this is locked.
Dude, I just wanted to show. Mom, wait one more minute. We'll bang on it. Rain! Holy crap! Holy crap! Faze Rain! Oh my God! Faze Rain! Faze Rain! Guys, it's freaking Faze Rain!
Oh my God.
The Audi R8. Holy crap! No, Faze Rain, you're leaving us. Mom! No, Rain! Guys, he left. Mom, that's them.
Wow.
I don't know. Did you see his car?
Yeah.
He's an Audi R8, the 2017. Holy crap.
No.
He's turning around. Mom, he's coming.
No, he's not.
He's coming back.
Okay, he's gonna come back. That's them?
Oh my. Holy freaking shit. Dude, I thought I was gonna die. Dude, I oh my God.
Okay, folks, I've seen quite enough. Rain shows up. The dopey mother is blocking his driveway. The kid is there. The kid's cursing. He's like 13, 14. Well, listen, some kids curse. But they're just stalking the guy because they want to see him. I mean, the whole thing is kind of I can't imagine this appealing to anybody but a child. And unfortunately, as you see this guy's subsequent videos and whatnot, they don't change too much. It's very childish behavior. And this is just the beginning. That and a fight. These are just minor little things. Minor little glimpses on the Jack Doherty radar screen. Whether his parents, his mother, or his father were at fault, I don't know if there would be any criminal charges or for what she did. Do they deserve Parent of the Year award? No, not even close. Would the child services take the boy away? I don't think so. Because while it does not bespeak very sound parenting, I guess their argument is the kid has made a ton of money from doing this, and the parents have obviously benefited from it. The father does, I think, is investing, taught the kid how to invest his money, so I guess there's some upside for the kid. But as the kid gets older, things get uglier. And, he got so ugly that people began to attack him. One video I saw was of him at way underage stealing his brother's car. It's videotaped with him, his brother chasing him in the car down the street, drags him out of the car, is beating the crap out of him. The older brother is beating the crap out of Jack. The dad comes to intervene, but somebody's videotaping it, and the parents had to know it. So the parents are 100% behind this, and he's in those formative years, and sure enough, as he gets older, things get really, really bad. And the most recent thing, and I'll talk about that now, is now he's facing civil consequences.
A nuisance YouTuber streaming his fatherless behavior recently got into a scuffle with some random dads over his bodyguard's hoodie.
Ah, you get away from me. Watch your kids. Go walk away.
Yes, sir. We're telling your mom.
McKinley, back up.
Now he himself uploaded this to Twitter, where the replies are universally angry at him, eagerly waiting for him to find out, hoping for the moment he's caught without his bodyguards. But sadly, causing conflicts that his hired hands have to clean up actually seems to be his content strategy.
Who are you talking to, dog?
I'm just saying, y'all say, just stop. No, stop.
As he himself posted it to X, getting over 6 million views. Now apparently he's been doing this for years, as this video recently resurfaced.
What? Little pop, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah.
And again, he posts these rage bait reels as just advertisements for himself.
Okay, so the kid's making a ton of money, but the one comment I actually saw within that string of comments about this kid is somebody said, someday your bodyguard won't be there. And I got to tell you, if this was my kid, now I would think that my kids would not be this kid, because you see the way as he gets older, this arrogant strut, he's got these security guards, and now he's got these guards that have been trained like attack dogs. And anybody gets near them, they're in their face, they're punching them, they're this and that. You saw that one where it's nighttime, they're outdoors, and the security guard goes up to a guy who is not touching anyone and flattens him, punches him clean out. We'll revisit that in a moment. I believe that's the video for which the instance for which he's getting sued. But to just show what a jerk this kid is, he posts that on YouTube or whatever his platform is, boasting how his security guard punched the guy out because he wants to be outrageous. He wants to upset people. He wants to, pardon my French, he wants to piss people off because apparently for his audience, whoever that may be, I don't know, 10-year-olds, that's what sells. That's what they want to see. So here is this guy. Now with a guy who just got decked. He has been doing this for years. He swaggers around. He gets himself in trouble. He insults people. He picks just average people on the street and draws them into these situations and then videotapes it. Sometimes it becomes violent, whatever. He wants to see the reaction. Now, a lot of people have been asking, oh, is it legal to videotape? Well, it depends. First of all, one of these tapes was in a mall. Most malls have posted policies, no videotaping. We saw some of the videos in the last video where people were in a store, a Walmart. Walmart, if you go to their website, it says the policy is no videotaping. So you're not allowed to videotape there. Don't just assume you can. But secondly, this kid is doing this to make money. He is taking people, and these aren't public figures. This is Joe Schmo, John Q. Public, walking through a mall, and he's videotaping as he harasses, tries to terrorize them, tries to anger them. That is ordinarily something he is then using their likeness to make money. So if you say, well, it's a public place, well, not necessarily. And even in a public place, if you want to videotape and start making money off people, it implicates a whole new set of circumstances. More importantly, what a jerk. I mean, why do you do that to people? You push them around, you get in their face. So anyway, let's see what happened. Apparently, this security guard decked that guy when they were outside. You saw the reaction of the girls around, and they were outraged, understandably so. One commenter recently talked about this lawsuit that has been brought against Jack. Let's see what they had to say.
But eventually, he flew way too close to the sun, where this unfortunately happened in one of his streams. Obviously, I cannot show the full clip here, but here's the before.
What are you talking to, dog? I'm just saying, y'all say just stop.
And the after.
Stop.
So what you guys missed out on was a full-on sucker punch. The dude landed flat on his back and definitely hit his head. That is an extremely dangerous fall, and he is super lucky he wasn't turned into a vegetable, because hits like that can easily change the trajectory of your life. And as if things couldn't have gotten even more disgusting, Jack then proudly posts this on his Twitter account to gain more attention. But thankfully, he was sued for it, and this is apparently for assault, battery, negligence, negligent hiring, retention / supervision / training, aiding and abetting, and finally intentional infliction of emotional distress. So here we have the guy who was punched in the face named Chase, who is now suing them. So here we have the general allegations. On October 28th in 2023, plaintiff, who is Chase, was attending a Halloween party at approximately 12:30 a.m. on the morning of October 29th. Plaintiff was on the street outside of the subject's premises and was talking to Doherty and Gosley. Gosley is the security guard who sucker punched him in the face. At one point in the conversation, Gosley asked Doherty, "What are we doing?" And Doherty said, "We're gonna fight them. Us two versus you. Alright, go." And gestured that he and Gosley were gonna fight plaintiff and plaintiff's friend. Moments later, Gosley violently punched plaintiff in the face, sending him falling to the ground and causing serious physical injuries to his head, face, and neck.
Okay, folks. Well, now Jack is facing. I don't know if all that's true, but let's face facts. If Jack Doherty said no, believe me, take my word for it. Everybody in the world has basically seen this guy by now, and nobody's taken his word for it. If it is even remotely as described, we all saw the punch. It's how it led up, and it sounds typical of how this arrogant kid operates. Yeah, we'll fight you. He's got a security. He's a big tough guy because he's got security guards around him. But if he calls his security guard over and gets him involved, and they got this torqued up goon who likes to fight, the actions of the security guard can be attributed to Jack because that's his employer. Now, they talked about reckless endangerment, not reckless, they talked about intentional infliction of emotional distress. They talked about negligence, negligent hiring, negligent retention, all those things. Ordinarily, you have to show that somebody did something, if it's your employee or your contractor, that they did something within the scope or course of their employment or their agency for you that could be expected. Now, ordinarily, assault is an intentional tort, and you can't call that within the scope of somebody's employment. But, whoa, wait a minute. We're talking about Jack Doherty, who hires this guy and says, let's fight these guys. So, yeah, it was his implement, if you will. I think they also charged him with aiding and abetting, which also sounds right, because he was the one who called this guy in. Now, will this lawsuit be won? I can tell you, the more you see this kid, and if you bring this lawsuit, they will be able to show a whole lot about the relationship between him and his security guard, the way they interact. But more importantly, that jury's going to see how this kid acts. They are going to see what a colossal jerk he is. And what will happen, probably it will settle out of court. But what will happen if it doesn't is if it goes to trial and the jury finds him liable, all of these things, assault, intentional infliction of emotional distress, you name it, all of these torts are intentional torts. They carry with them the right to obtain punitive damages. Now, the way that works, folks, with a jury, they first determine whether the tort, the wrongful civil act was committed, and then they decide whether or not punitive damages are warranted. Let me ask you, I'll ask you folks, viewers, you're on that jury and you see this kid, you spend 5, 6, 10 days at a trial watching this kid, arrogantly bark and march around with his goons. You think you're going to award punitive damages against the kid? Now, if they say yes, and they very well could, guess what happens next? All those riches, if you see interviews of Jack, he is talking about how much money he has. Well, in that case, he will be ordered by the court to disclose all the information he has about his finances. about his money, about what he owns, about what he's earning. And the jury makes a decision on how much in punitive damages it will award. Now, how do they come to that determination? Well, it's a very, there are instructions the judge gives to a jury, but it's subject to the jury's discretion. But one of the ideas behind punitive damages is to deter future conduct by this defendant. Well, you got Jack who can't seem to control himself, and the jury sees, he says he's worth millions, tens of millions. If he denies it, says I'm broke, they'll start pulling up all his YouTubes with his mug right there, coyly talking about how much money he has. And guess what? All that money he and his parents have scooped up could be gone in a heartbeat. And this is just one lawsuit. When you look at the way this guy deals with the public as far as malicious conduct, harassment, intentionally causing people to get upset, namely intentional infliction of emotional distress. If people start going after this guy, if they smell blood in the water, as we lawyers like to say, this kid could end up getting whacked over and over again, and not whacked the way most people who encounter him get whacked by his security guards, or how many people probably want to whack him, but I mean by a jury with a big fat verdict. Now, there are other things that this kid's been doing. It's not just YouTube videos. Apparently, he has also started up an OnlyFans page where he's recruiting young girls to be on OnlyFans, which I don't know a lot about it, but I understand it's an adult website. And already there's some allegations swirling about how legit this is or how he's paying them. The fact of the matter is he's chosen another livelihood that is almost certain to draw him into problems. Again, since the parents seem to be his managers and whatever else, I don't know what I'd call it. They're glomming off the kid's, I'll say, brilliance when it comes to social media. He's a smart guy. It's amazing how a guy, well before 20, he was in his early teens, figured all this out. But it's not something I'd be terribly happy about my kid doing. But this kid is the kind of guy that will tick people off. And if you get any kind of case, a sympathetic plaintiff, somebody who has even a remote scintilla of a case, and they go to a lawyer, they're going to be licking their chops, and he's going to see more and more. Whether there are going to be criminal charges against this guy, I mean, I've seen too many of his videos that I'd like to remember, way too many. But this kid does this all the time, and in a way that he's out in public, he's upsetting people, sometimes getting into physical altercations with them, has his security guards going after anybody he can, encourages them to go after people from what I saw, and it's nonstop. I am not the first person to comment on this guy. And these are just the tip of the iceberg, these videos I just showed you today. But that lawsuit, if that plaintiff prevails, and from what I saw, he very well could, young Jack could get cleaned out pretty severely, especially if they hit for punitive damages. So yet another warning to those of you who want to go into this world. Aside from the criminal, I talked about the criminal end, the civil end should be just as much a concern, if not more, because I understand that many, if not most of the people who are doing this are doing it to make money. And if what you're doing leads to civil liability like this may have for old Jack, and like this type of behavior could with anybody, a lot of people might go after him, you may lose all that money and then some. I hope this was helpful. I know people had questions after the last video. Be happy to answer any comments. Hope to see you next time. Please hit like, subscribe, leave comments. I don't mind if you say whatever you want to say. And it's always good to have you here. Thank you. Bye-bye.